Many golfers dream of visiting the world's best courses. They're places known for their beauty as much as their challenge. To play them sometimes means traveling far from home. There are now ways that let you play these courses that aren't far at all. And there's a place that wants to help you become your best while you play. An unassuming strip mall in Northampton hosts a haven that golfers can play every day of the year. This is Coach Club. It's the creation of Rico Reciputi, whose love of golf started at Rochester Country Club.
When I was 12, 13 years old, I'd spend all day there. Sometimes I'd play 54 holes in a day of golf. 54, and I would walk the entire time.
The PGA golf professional returned to New Hampshire in 2016 after working as an instructor in Florida. But his career priorities shifted when his family started to grow.
It was a great opportunity with how indoor golf was kind of on a boom, and the technology was getting better.
So Rico opened Coach Club in 2022, along with a second location in Massachusetts later on. Its focus, improving the player's game, creating something more than just a simulator shop.
We wanted people to feel like they were at a club. So I think when people walk through the door for the first time, they're like, wow, they're kind of taken back. Like, this place is really nice.
At Rico's side is Corey Doring.
I think the focus being on game improvement is really a feather in our cap.
The two go far back, playing at Rochester together as kids.
Even back then, I thought I could see myself working for him someday, just because he was just out of the box with thinking.
Since joining Coach Club in 2024, she's seen the difference it makes for golfers of all levels.
I've had people come in that have never even moved a club. They don't want to even do anything without instruction first. So I think that our approach is very gentle for beginners here.
It's a gentle approach with an advanced system at its heart, TrackMan. In each simulator bay, a TrackMan computer sees a golfer's club and ball flight. It then gives them all kinds of information about it.
It's almost like hooking your swing up to a diagnostics machine, as you get very efficient, clean data pretty quickly.
TrackMan can also virtually build hundreds of courses from across the world. That data it gets from a golfer lets them play those courses. Digital games can even help little ones shape up their swing. A personal account lets the golfer and pros track their progress over time.
Yeah, they're blown away. I mean, it's amazing to see, and even for Corey and myself, when we're working on our swing and we're doing different feels in the motion and seeing how those feels change the numbers.
As a golfer myself, there were parts of my swing that needed a fix too. So I decided to put TrackMan to the test. It would happen with the help of one of Golf Digest's best young teachers in America and a 2022 New England PGA Teacher of the Year.
All right, John, so we're going to see what we can do with your swing, see if we can get you a little bit more consistent. We're also going to get you on video here.
Okay.
You ready to hit some shots?
Let's make some magic happen,
yeah,
man. I'm excited. All righty.
First, we took out the irons.
I'm just going to observe you kind of hitting a few shots first.
Sounds good.
And then we'll get a few on video and we'll take a look. Come back into your setup position. I want it to be a fuller swing, but I also want the speed to be very slow so we can start to see what that swing looks like on camera here. So nice and slow to the top, and then we're going to clip that ball. Awesome. So there's your first swing, and there's your second swing. Right, so this is how we kind of use that video analysis to get that feedback of feel versus real.
Then came time for the driver.
Then we're going to make a practice swing right through. Yep, and swing through. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Using the numbers that TrackMan watched for, we started to make more changes.
So this is how we kind of use the data. We look up here, we're able to see what your strike location was on the face as well.
And the results spoke for themselves.
That dog will hunt, as we say in golf.
I think that would be a nice little iron chip up to the green, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Coach Club isn't just a place to improve your game. Both venues host group events like league nights and tournaments.
It's when we really get to see the community aspect of Coach Club. It's when you're seeing players coming in and they're excited and they're high-fiving each other.
Rico's goal for Coach Club is for it to become a third place, a location besides home or work for people to spend their time. There's a wait list to become a member at both locations. It reflects the rise in golf's popularity that started during the pandemic.
We've seen a ton of new golfers coming through our doors that want to learn the game, that, you know, they're working at a company and they do a company outing and they want to learn to just not be embarrassed.
As the demand for golf goes up, Coach Club wants to meet it. And that's what makes it more than just a place to hit balls. It's a step forward into the future of the sport.
And when we start to see that improvement happening, it makes us feel just as good as it makes them feel, you know. And I think if we can get players to get better, you know, they're going to love us forever.